Hello everyone. Today we will learn about pedigree analysis. Basically, it is a technique which is used by geneticians to study how the traits, how the characteristics which are present in humans are transmitted from one generation to next. Basically, a study of human inheritance. Whenever there are any abnormalities, maybe for example a particular person is suffering from color blindness, we should know first whether it is a male, whether it is a female, whether it is a carrier, or just carrying the gene of interest but not passing it to the next generation. So, before drawing a pedigree, there are certain symbols that we should know. So my first focus will be on showing the symbols which are used in pedigree, and later there are five subheadings that need to be covered in pedigree analysis, like what are autosomal traits divided into two, dominant and recessive. Next, X-linked traits which are dominant and recessive, and Y-linked traits. In autosomes, again, it depends whether your gene of interest, the trait, the allele, is because of the dominant expression or whether it is because of the recessive condition, and accordingly it will be decided whether it will go in every generation or it will skip the generation. Similarly, for sex linked inheritance, that is the genes which are located on X chromosome as well as the genes which are located on Y chromosome, the dominant and recessive will play the role. The symbols which are used are basically basic symbols which are used: male, female, and unknown. So, if individual is not known whether it is affected or normal, whether it is a male or female, in that case, it is a blank circle, blank square, or blank diamond shape. The one who is affected is shown with a filled square, filled circle, or filled diamond. Obligate carrier is having a small circle in between. If it is a symptomatic carrier, a small vertical line is there in between a symbol. If there are multiple individuals or offsprings, the number of offsprings is denoted in the square or in circle. And if you don't know how many males and how many female offsprings are there, then within a diamond shape, for example, 5 number is written. If the individual is dead or it is vertical line is there in between. Proband, the first person who is affected in the family is shown with the capital P and forward arrow towards the affected symbol. If family history of a person is not known, then question mark is written in a symbol. And if you want to show family, for example, here what is shown is a family where two generations are shown. Generations are always written in a Roman letters like 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise, and number of individuals which are there in a generation are shown according to their age. The older ones will be there on left hand side and younger ones will be there on right hand side. There is any adapted individual, so it is shown in a square bracket with horizontal lines, dotted horizontal lines. That means that parents are not the true biological parent. They have adopted that son, for example, here. And what is shown on right hand side, this is the actual biological parent of that offspring with a continuous line. So continuous line is always shown for the offsprings which are biological, and the adapted one are shown with a dotted line, vertical dotted line. In case of twins, there are two possibilities. It may be identical or non-identical. On that basis, it may be a small vertical line between the two individuals which are identical. It may be two sons or it may be two daughters which are identical. And if they are not identical, there may be a possibility of two sons which are not identical, two daughters which are not identical, and one daughter and one another son. Obviously, they will not be identical. If there are marriage between the blood relatives, it is shown with the two horizontal lines between the actual individuals, maybe for example cousins who are undergoing marriage. So that is called as consanguineous marriage, marriage between the blood relatives.